Welcome to Culture Waves, where the world's hottest music scenes, breaking news, and global trends come together. I'm your host with the most, and we are Culture Commanders. So this time we're doing another deep dive. We're going to take a focused look at some key developments happening right now across music and entertainment.
Yeah, we've pulled from quite a few recent reports trying to really get a sense of what's going on.
Exactly. The idea is to kind of sift through everything and understand what's actually significant, what stands out.
Absolutely. And what's striking, I think, as you look at these headlines, is how they really spotlight that constant interplay between public perception, the legal side of things, and just the stories that build up around famous people.
That's a great way to put it. Okay, so let's jump right in then. The whole situation around Diddy is still unfolding. Chris Brown, he recently put out a public statement, didn't he?
He did, yeah, reflecting on his early days, his experiences with Diddy.
Right. He made some specific points like Diddy funded his very first music video.
Yeah, when Brown was only 15.
15. Wow. And apparently offered him encouragement too, especially after the whole controversy with Rihanna.
hmm And Brown's actual words, part of his statement was, "It's unfortunate that the media portrays him as if he's never done any good."
Hmm.
That's quite a statement to make right now.
It really is. It definitely makes you think about, well, the complexities, right? People aren't just one thing.
Exactly. And, separating past actions, maybe positive ones, from very serious current allegations. That's tough for the public to navigate.
For sure. And he also added, let's not exaggerate, kind of a call for what? Due process, a measured view.
Seems like it. A desire, perhaps, for things to play out legally without maybe jumping to conclusions based on headlines alone. It adds certain nuance, like you said.
It does. And related to Diddy, wasn't there also something from Justin Bieber's camp?
Oh, right. Yes. His team put out a statement pretty proactively, just clarifying that Justin was never one of Diddy's victims, wasn't abused.
Which suggests maybe a wider concern about just being associated with the situation right now.
Could be. Or just wanting to set the record straight very clearly amidst all the speculation. It shows how careful people are being.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we look back a bit further, wasn't there testimony from Cassie that came up again?
Yeah.
About her feelings towards Kim Porter?
That's right. Past testimony surfaced where she spoke about feeling jealous of Kim Porter and also frustration about her relationship or lack thereof with Diddy's children at the time.
So those details, even though they're from the past.
Right. They offer a little glimpse into the personal dynamics, the human relationships within that whole circle. It adds context, maybe, as people try to understand the bigger picture now.
It paints a more complicated picture, definitely.
Yeah.
The intersection of personal feelings, family, and then these public allegations.
Exactly. It's rarely simple.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Another major legal story involves Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Megan's attorney, Alex Spiro, he responded pretty strongly to claims from Tory Lanez's team, right, about Kelsey's bodyguard.
Very strongly. Yeah, Spiro essentially shut down those claims. He put out a statement, and it was quite direct.
What did it say again?
He said, quote, "Tory Lanez was tried and convicted by a jury of his peers, and his case was properly adjudicated through the court system."
Okay.
And he added, "This is not a political matter. This is a case of a violent assault that was resolved in a court of law."
Wow, so really emphasizing the legal verdict there.
Absolutely. A clear pushback. It's an attempt to recenter the whole conversation back onto the court's findings, away from alternative theories or narratives popping up outside the legal process.
That makes sense. But it's also important for you listening to know we did see other stuff out there, like user-generated content, online posts, presenting a very different view. People claiming Tory Lanez is innocent, talking about negative consequences for him because of the conviction.
Right. And we have to mention that those perspectives are out there. We're just reporting that they exist, not, taking a side or validating them.
Exactly. Just acknowledging the different narratives circulating.
And that really shows the kind of fragmented information world we live in, doesn't it? Public opinion, especially online, can run completely parallel or even counter to legal decisions.
Yeah. It raises questions about how people process information from official sources versus social media versus somewhere else entirely.
Definitely something to keep in mind.
Okay. And sticking with Chris Brown for a moment, there was other news involving him too, right? An arrest.
Yes. Separate from the Diddy commentary. He was arrested in Manchester.
Manchester, UK. What for?
For alleged grievous bodily harm. It stems from an incident reported, I think, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, what supposedly happened?
The allegation is that he smashed a tequila bottle over a music producer's head. This was apparently at a nightclub.
Wow. Okay, so that's resurfaced now, leading to an arrest.
Exactly. It shows how past incidents, even from a couple of years ago, can suddenly lead to new legal actions. Those potential long-term consequences are always there for public figures.
Definitely a reminder of that.
Yeah. All right, let's move to some more positive news now. Because there was a really great story, quite heartwarming actually, about King Von's baby mama.
Oh, I saw this. This was lovely.
She just graduated with her master's degree.
That's fantastic. What was a degree in?
Master's in Business Administration,
Hmm.
an MBA. And her focus was on entrepreneurship and innovation.
Wow. Impressive.
And get this, the really amazing part is she graduated at the same time her son was graduating from kindergarten.
No way. That's incredible. Talk about a milestone moment for the family.
Right. Just a really powerful story of dedication, achieving goals, especially while juggling family life. It's, good to highlight these inspiring moments too.
Absolutely. A great reminder of the positive achievements happening, often quietly behind the scenes in the entertainment adjacent world.
Okay, now shifting over to social media buzz, this one definitely caught some attention. The TikToker Pinky Doll.
Mm.
She made a pretty, let's say, bold claim involving Soulja Boy.
Oh, what was the claim? She claimed publicly to have had sexual intercourse with him.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that would generate buzz.
Definitely did. Lots of chatter online, as you'd expect.
Well, these kinds of claims, whether they're true or not, they often go viral, don't they? It just taps into that public fascination with celebrity lives and interactions.
And the sometimes wild nature of online discourse.
Pretty much sums it up. Unpredictable.
All right, let's look ahead a bit now at some upcoming music. There was some really positive talk from Reese about a new project from DJ Clen,
Oh, yeah. What's Clem working on?
an R&B project apparently, and Reese sounds seriously impressed. He gave it a really glowing early review.
Nice. What did he say?
He said, let me find the quote. Here it is. DJ Clen is really dialed in for this upcoming R&B project. I'm low-key honored to be able to spin this record before it comes out because, damn, this is music.
Oh, damn. This is music. That's high praise.
Right. And he added, to the artists involved, like, you guys are brilliant. I take my hat off.
That's awesome. That kind of cosign from someone like Reese definitely builds anticipation.
For sure. It suggests something special might be coming from DJ Clen and the artists he's working with.
Yeah, it also highlights that supportive side of the industry,
Mm.
Artists genuinely getting excited about each other's work. It's good to see.
Definitely. Okay. Just want to pause here for a second. If you're enjoying this deep dive, finding it useful, please do take a quick moment to hit like and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, it really helps us keep bringing you these kinds of explorations into culture, music, trends, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. We appreciate the support.
So, thinking about all these different threads we've pulled on, the legal cases, the personal stories, the social media moments, upcoming music.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it, how they all sort of combine to give you this snapshot of the entertainment world right now. It's so dynamic, constantly shifting, sometimes pretty unpredictable.
That's a perfect way to describe it. Dynamic, unpredictable, and complex. We've really just tried to give you a clear, hopefully concise overview of some of the key things happening.
Cutting through some of that noise we mentioned earlier.
Exactly. So wrapping things up, here's something maybe for you to think about. We've talked about conflicting narratives, like with the Tory Lanez situation. We've seen legal processes playing out alongside public opinion with Diddy. We've seen personal achievements.
Mhm.
Considering all this variety, all these different perspectives, and the sheer speed of the news cycle, how do you, the listener, actually decide what information to trust, what really matters to you in this whole world of entertainment news?
That's a really important question, actually. It brings it back to your own role, right? How you navigate all this information coming at you.
Yeah. Definitely something to chew on after listening. What signals do you look for? What sources do you prioritize? It's a personal process, I think.
It really is. Food for thought.
Thank you for listening to the Culture Waves podcast. See you on our next episode.